Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about Elden Ring. A lot has happened since the last video I made on this game. I am literally on the verge of becoming the Elden Lord, so I want to talk about it and everything that's led up to it. So let's not waste any time, let's just get right into the video. First off, I want to talk about Millennia. Now, I know I said I'd beat her by my next Elden Ring video, but I'm not gonna lie, she was putting bell to ass every single time. I thought I was that guy, but honestly I just wasn't. I mean, I was way under leveled, so I decided I'd come back and fight her after I finished the game. I just think it would be a lot more logical to do that, whereas if I just struggled and just fought her for hours on end, get my HP a little bit higher and especially my stamina as well, because at that time my stamina was really low. So yeah, just thought I'd come back later after I've leveled up and finished the game. So I went to the Forge of the Giants, had a little cutscene play, and I ended up in the crumbling farm Azula, which from what I know is basically the prison of Azkaban but in the Elden Ring world, which I think is really cool. Now, I've seen a lot of beautiful locations in Elden Ring, but the Forum Azula definitely has to be the most unique location in the entire game. You've got the floating boulders everywhere, the tornado. It was honestly so cool. Eventually, I got to the Godskin duo boss fight, which a lot of people hate, understandably so. Honestly, didn't really care for this boss fight, so I'm not gonna talk about it that much. I wasn't happy that I had to fight these guys again, especially at the same time. Luckily, there were a lot of pillars, so I was able to avoid that fat guy's rolling attack that always kills me, for the most part at least. But yeah, it was an okay boss fight. After that, I got to the worst part of the area. It was absolute hell. There was lightning everywhere, not to mention how many birds were attacking me. It was honestly just really annoying. I did kill the dragon though and got myself an ancient smithing stone, which was nice. It allows me to upgrade my special weapons to +10, so I was going to be able to do a lot of damage. After progressing a little bit, I got to the best fight in the entire game in my opinion. The boss was so peak. Malekith the Black Blade. This has to be my favorite boss fight in the entire game. The first phase wasn't too hard. He was mostly using his beast attacks, which some of them I actually had from his questline, like the bestial sling, but it was a simple first phase. What really got crazy is when he transformed into his second phase. The voice acting, the design, the weapon, the cutscene, it was all so well done. He has to be the most badass boss fight I fought in every single game I've played. It was so wicked. The second phase is when he started doing some crazy moves. Like I felt like I was fighting in an anime with this boss fight, with how fast he was moving and he was just jumping around, slashing, and the fact that I was dodging most of his moves pretty well too. It was like a dance and it was just really fun. The boss was challenging, but it didn't feel impossible, which is why I love this fight so much. The main reason I was struggling was because of the fact that he just moves around so much, so I didn't have a lot of opportunities to attack. Like I think one time I have an opening, but he'll just turn around, jump onto another platform and slash me, so that was a bit annoying. I spent about 2.5 hours on this guy and I enjoyed every minute. It was honestly just so perfect. The movement was just phenomenal, and to add, he gets into his second phase when you get his HP halfway, which I really like. I always found the boss fights that get all their HP back on their second phase annoying. I always prefer the boss fights who either have one phase or one like Malekith, where he has two phases but doesn't regain all his HP on the second phase, just like me, because at that point it just drags out the fight in my opinion. All that work you put into damaging the boss is now gone, and a good amount of your flags are also gone. It's just annoying and unnecessary in my opinion, but yeah, Malekith, 10 out of 10. Best boss in the entire game in my opinion. He was just so sick, man, especially with those anime moves as well. It was honestly just really cool. The design was sick as well. Like, it was just so awesome to fight him. After Malekith's boss fight, I returned to Leyndell, but I could see everything was affected by the burning Earth Tree. There weren't any enemies, which was a nice detail, but it sucked that most the most beautiful location in the game was turned into this. Just honestly depressing. But I was on my way to the air tree, but guess who was there to greet me? Sir Gideon was there. As soon as I saw the summoning sign, I knew what was about to go down. Honestly, I don't understand this guy. Like, his reason for killing me was understandable from what he discovered in his research, but bro, did he, the smartest man in the lands between, really think he stood a chance against me? The guy who's killed multiple Tarnished from that Volcano Manor questline, killed multiple Shard Bearers, and killed multiple of the strongest people in the lands between. I mean, come on man, that's just so stupid. Even with the fact that he buffed himself up with the different abilities from the different bosses that I defeated, he still stood no chance. I mean, my guy was using the exploding skulls from Rykard 2, and you guys know how I feel about Rykard, the most annoying boss in the entire game. But yeah, I killed him on my third try. The reason I died twice was because I was getting a little greedy. I saw the damage I was doing on him with my dual wielding katanas, and I just couldn't stop. But yeah, he was an easy boss. He thought it was impossible for a man to kill a god, but clearly my character is more than just a man. But alright, let's talk about the god-free boss fight. I already had the moveset down from the first time I fought him, so his first phase wasn't anything too crazy. He did have one new move, but it wasn't too crazy. His second phase is when things got wild. He killed the lion that was on his back, which, why would he even do that? I mean, because after that, he just became weaker. He had no weapons. He was just throwing hands. Now, his second phase wasn't hard. It was just crazy because he was throwing out WWE moves. It was insane. The boss took me about 30 minutes, but man, it was an exciting fight. His moveset in the second phase was just hilarious. For me, honestly, I really dig it. Who knew the first Elden Lord had moves like that? He was literally just throwing me up in the air, as well as my summons as well, just throwing them up in the air, slamming them down. It was really insane. He also had a lot of different other destructive attacks, which were pretty cool. But at that point, he was just going wild. He was like an animal at that point. It was insane. Really enjoy his boss fight. I'm not sure where I can place it, like if it's my third favorite or fourth favorite. I'm not really sure, but it was a pretty cool boss fight for me, to be honest. Now moving on to Radagon of the First Order. Now, I have beaten this guy. Technically I haven't, because right after you beat him, he transformed into the Elden Beast, which one of the most annoying parts about this is that you don't get a sight of grace after defeating him. Like right after you beat him, it just transitions to the next boss. So obviously after fighting him, because he is a pretty challenging boss fight, I ran out of flasks. So I did get killed by the Elden Beast, which meant I'd have to fight him again. I still haven't beaten the Elden Beast yet, but I probably will by my next video, because from what I've played so far, and keep in mind I haven't even gotten this boss to, you know, like halfway yet, so I haven't seen the Elden Beast, like all of its moveset. But so far, it's just pretty easy, you know, pretty simple. I can dodge most of the moves. I'm just dying most of the times because I'm just making some mistakes. And also, it's swimming around like everywhere, like it's just running away, so I have to chase it. I do not like the boss at all, but Radagon, he's pretty cool. His movesets are really interesting as well. He doesn't like get procced by bleed. I don't think he gets procced by anything as well either, which, I mean, he is a literal god in the game, so it does make sense. He's got a lot of like light beam attacks, which they did get me the first couple of times, but eventually I was able to just roll through them and dodge. But yeah, man, he's a pretty sick boss fight. It is amazing. Like, I am literally at the end game so far, and this game just gets so good. But I really hate the Elden Beast. I wish you could just get a Sight of Grace after you beat Radagon, so that you can, you know, get your flask up, because if that was the case, I would have already finished the game. Plus, I don't know why, just in my opinion, and a lot of people also think this too, I don't see any reason for the Elden Beast, to be honest. I think Radagon should be the final boss. They really want me to earn that ending, man, with how tedious this is. But yeah, he's a pretty cool boss fight. I can't believe I've made it this far. I am literally about to finish the game. Probably gonna get the All-Stars ending since I did Ronnie's questline and finished it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I love Elden Ring. It's my favorite game of all time. You know, there's been a couple of challenges, couple of things I didn't like about the game, but hey man, I can't wait to finish it. Radagon is a peak boss fight, to be honest, and the Elden Beast is just, you know, it's okay. But that's pretty much it for this video. A lot has happened. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe so we can get to 300 subscribers. I'm Dale Mystup, and I'll see you guys next time.